Hello and welcome again to day 11, while we continue from Grand Canyon to Las Vegas on the Mother Road from westward Chicago. We plan to stop for these moments today. Here's a surprise: the helicopter ride over Grand Canyon, Delgadillo's snow-capped drive-in in Seligman, the Hoover Dam in Nevada, the Paris Las Vegas, that's where we're going to check in, and exploring the Strip in Las Vegas by evening and by night. We got ready very early, leaving the Kachina Lodge at 7:15 a.m. for Grand Canyon National Park Airport in Tucson. Papillon's helicopter terminal is right at the airport's entrance. We parked and reported for a 7:55 a.m. North Canyon tour. After checking our photo IDs and weights, we were shown a safety training film before waiting for our turn to be called for boarding. We had called the previous day to confirm our booking. The waiting area has very nice furniture, likely made from aircraft wings. Seat numbers are handed out based on weight balancing. I was handed a number 1. That meant I was sitting beside the pilot. Yay! Which is why you lucky people are going to get to see such nice pictures. Our 30-minute flight takes us over Tucson town and the Kaibab National Forest before crossing the South Rim and taking you over the Central Canyon and the mighty Colorado River and heading towards the Northern Rim. They provided headsets that give narration in your preferred language, so you know exactly what you're seeing there. If you can, you should spend at least a few days in the Grand Canyon area. Then you might take overnight mule tour to the bottom of the canyon, or go whitewater rafting, or go on long trail hikes. Otherwise, if you're confined to South Rim due to time constraints like us, you will only get to see the views we saw in the last video, and which is the reason why I booked a helicopter tour. Book well in advance so you get your preferred time slot. We recommend early morning time before the weather can deteriorate. Do not miss this experience. There's another great option. You might take the Pink Jeep tour and watch the National Geographic's IMAX movie in Tucson, which we didn't. We returned to Kachina Lodge to pick up our bags and parked at the El Tova to check out. Then we left for Williams and Seligman in Arizona. We stopped for breakfast at Delgadillo's snow-capped drive-in in Seligman. John Delgadillo is continuing the fun tradition started by his old man. Watch out for his tricks. He shot mustard sauce at me. He will even offer stale coffee and poke other fun at you. I hope you get the drift. Don't miss this place. Both his restaurant and the Route 66 in Seligman are so pretty. I tried their corn dog. It's very nice.
Hello. Hello. How are you?
Our next stop was the Hoover Dam in Nevada. We continued on Route 66 and approached Kingman, and we started to see small shrubs dotting the hillside and then transforming into the desert landscape. The Memorial Bridge over the Colorado River is actually a bypass for the Hoover Dam. After 9/11, the Hoover Dam was perceived as a potential terrorist target, and all traffic over the dam from the US 93 was diverted to a 75-mile detour. This bridge was then commissioned and was completed 75 years after the dam had been completed. A word of caution, very high wind speed warnings exist for traffic on the bridge. You can park and then climb the stair to get on the bridge. You will get great views of the Hoover Dam, Lake Mead, the Black Canyon, and of course the Colorado River flowing 900 feet below it. We then drove to the Hoover Dam parking garage right across the visitor center. The parking is $7. The entry to the visitor center is $8. The dam tour is $30, or simply the power plant tour is for $11. So what do you think? We just bought visitor center tickets and treated ourselves to ice creams in the cafeteria with the money saved. The visitor center tickets let you visit the science gallery but not the movie, which is quite absurd. They died to make the desert bloom reads the tombstone dedicated to almost 100 workers who were killed during the Hoover Dam's construction. Almost 5,000 workers worked day and night to complete the dam 2 years ahead of schedule. No Chinese workers were permitted. Less than 100 blacks were employed, and even then were given separate buckets for drinking water. During the Great Depression, these workers were paid 50 cents an hour, whereas the going rate was 5 cents to 30 cents an hour elsewhere. The primary goal of the dam was flood control and irrigation. The power plant was intended to recover the cost of repaying the construction loan, which it did in 50 years. It supplied power to California, Arizona, and Nevada. The Colorado River was diverted through 4 tunnels to allow for the dam construction in Black Canyon. Lake Mead was afterwards filled when the dam wall was ready. The Boulder City was built right next door for housing the workers and their families, instead of in Las Vegas, the railhead that was 30 miles to the north. Las Vegas, however, succeeded in getting the dam workers get paid in dollars and not company scrip, so that they could spend the money in Las Vegas.
लास वेगास के दार को नहीं
We reached our hotel in the Las Vegas Strip, the Paris Las Vegas Hotel. We handed the jeep key to a valet and collected the parking ticket before we checked into our rooms. Here's a tip. It is better to use valet in Las Vegas. Then you don't have to bother finding a free lot, remembering its location, or walking to and from there. Here's a word of caution. Most importantly, you don't risk getting mugged. The parking garages are mostly deserted. It is better to spend your money tipping the valet. After freshening up, we left to explore the Strip by evening. Las Vegas Boulevard, or the Boulevard, runs the entire length of the metropolitan Las Vegas. It was formerly the US Route 91, connecting Los Angeles to the Salt Lake City in Utah. Its best known portion is also called the Las Vegas Strip or the Strip. I know what you're thinking. The 4-mile strip is home to the casino mega resorts with their famous signages. Our hotel was strategically located bang on the middle of the strip. The Eiffel Tower, which is half the size of the original, is a useful landmark and the casino actually exists between its legs. First, we turned south and walked past Planet Hollywood until MGM Grand and Tropicana. Then we crossed over to Excalibur on the other side of the road. We walked past New York, the Monte Carlo, the Aria, and the Bellagio, which is right opposite Paris, to the Caesar's Palace. Once again, we crossed over to Flamingo on the other side and walked past Harrah's to the Venetian. After dinner, we resumed exploring the Strip by night time. By now, it was overly crowded, specifically when we stopped at the Bellagio fountain to watch the waterworks. Las Vegas would not have existed like this without the Hoover Dam. In 1930, it was a sleepy, dodgy railway town of 5,000 people. When Boulder City was built, Las Vegas knew they had to act fast. In 1931, the Casino Act was passed. The legal gambling attracted the dam workers to come over on their payday. The railroads, the roads, courthouses, and telephone system were improved, and many new buildings were added, anticipating new businesses. The dam became a major tourist attraction, and its visitors stayed and gambled in Las Vegas. The dam also provided the electricity and water much needed by the now expanding Las Vegas. I think we are reminded of two films, Casino from 1995 and The Godfather from 1972. Both dealt with gambling, which was then controlled by the Midwest Mafia, and how it was taken over by the California Mafia and the action moved to Las Vegas. By the way, Las Vegas means meadows in Spanish for its wild grasses and spring water, though it's situated in the Mojave Desert in Nevada. Nevada means snowy and it's derived from the Sierra Nevada range, which means snow-covered mountains in Spanish. Thank you for watching, and I hope to be with you soon with the next update. Do click on subscribe and share with your friends.